Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shadow coming back to you with episode 10 of Direwolf20's 1.16.4 mod pack. So, today we are going to be messing with some refined storage crafting. As you can see, I still have my gold crafter with a pattern. That is a pattern. I put it down here. We're going to use an iron crafter to actually do interfacing with the redstone furnace. So, what we first need to do is just get power cables. Power cable. We don't have any. We have starters. So you know what this calls for? We can use our handy dandy thingy here. So power cable, pretty sure. No, it's let's just do at power cable. So what we can do is we can put a recipe to craft these, okay? And then we need a recipe to craft this, which is something we don't have enough stuff for. So let's actually make some more patterns here. So pattern. Oh, we're out of glass. It's because it's it's not OR dictionary. So we need to reset that pattern anyway. So let's just do at refined. Refined pattern. Yeah, so we need to just replace it with that. So let's do that real quick. We can pull out this pattern here, put it back in here, and then do pattern, remove this, add this. There we go. And then we can put it back in here. We could also put these in there as well. So recipe, we need to make these. No, hold on. I'm confusing myself. So recipe. All right, so we need to make some glass sooner or later too, so that's nice. So recipe, this. Recipe, this. There's two more patterns. Okay, but we're still not close to actually making what we need. There's auto craft. Oh, that's cool. Auto crafting available, you can see. So we need like iron nuggets, which actually don't need to be auto crafted. We need to auto craft the basic capacitors and stuff. So we need to get a few things up here. So let's just make some power cables for ourselves. Okay. So let's do, man, this text box is tiny. Power, so at power cable. We just need to do this. Recipe. So let's just do at power. And then craft up some of these good things. So about 20. See how fast this goes. Oh, we're already done. Nice. And that's some basic cables. Okay. So as you guys can see, there is some very good use cases here for refined storage's crafting capabilities. There we go. All right, so things we might need to do right away is like sand. So let's clear out this. We've got two patterns here. So we can do is processing and do redstone, or let's just look up glass. So recipe, and you could do this whenever you find the correct recipe. And of course, since that's the wrong sand, we need to put in the correct sand. Oh, we just do, there we go. Set, do this, do that. And what you can do is do pattern. And I'm pretty sure what I can do is just do this. And hopefully that'll work. So let's see. So let's make some glass here. So let's pull out this piece of glass. Let's do 32. Start. Okay. And this won't be fast. That's why I didn't put the gold one on this, because there's no point. Yeah, well, the transfer speed could be quicker. This redstone furnace isn't fast enough to actually smelt, one at a time like as it's putting in, so there's no point in keeping that. It doesn't seem to actually be pushing back in, so we need to figure that out. So the way you can do that is you can put a chest on top here and do a cable. I'm pretty sure you can do it this way. So do this, grab a wrench of some sort here, extract out of this chest. Okay, and that should send it into the actual system. So if we check here, it's telling you it's processing it right now. Okay, it's not being able to send back in the system. So I didn't really want to do this, but I guess I will. So what we can do is do an importer. Of course, we need a destruction core here. So importer, and we can just do it this way. And that should function, right? Yep. Okay. So you just got to do it that way. It's kind of irritating, but it'll work out in the end. So now we have a furnace to able to do that. Let's get to crafting the rest of our power cable things here. All right. So what else do we need to make the pattern cable for? So at power cable. All right, so we need to make these, which would be this, and then this would be this, but we don't have any more patterns. So let's quickly toss this in here, right? And let's get more patterns. Let's try to craft a few of them this time. Start. And if there is no glass, of course, it's going to send it here and start smelting it. So that's a nice thing. And do this. And that should be to get basic cable. So real quick, we could do at power. I always spell it wrong a little bit here. So cable. And we can do starter. So if you pull out the starter, we can click craft and do 2 sets. Which will be 24, or should have been 24. So we need to adjust that. All right. So cable. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no. Let's do it to, well, I can't change it. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just have to craft more than one set. But we probably won't even craft those. So in reality, it's kind of pointless to even touch them. So we can do use, do this, do this, do this. Now we have access to basic cables, which I'm just going to put these over here with the parts over here. So now I can do, oh, I need more basic cables. I can craft 1 set of these, start, and bada bing, bada boom, we have cables. Right? Nice. Oh, I didn't even know there was an actual different recipe. That might be cheaper in all honesty. Yeah, let's do that recipe then. We might not we don't even need the starter cable recipe then. So what you can do is if you have a recipe you don't want, you can just shift right click and it'll empty the pattern, by the way. So that's nice. Let's change the thing to iron. I didn't actually know this was a recipe. I kind of just ignored it, I guess. So do this, do this, do this. There you go. And then now we have this one, and of course we can empty this one. And now we have basic cables being crafted without the need of the starter cable. And I'm pretty sure if that's the same with harden, harden stuff. So yeah, it seems to be the same way. So we're good there. So that's pretty cool. So we've got a little bit of auto crafting. We can do quite a bit with this actually. So if we do at refined here and say we want to craft up this, right? So we can do recipe this. There we go. We can also do recipe this, recipe this. Get a slime ball here. This, and then go back here, refined. We need the other processor, which is this one. Okay, so now we have kind of that basic stuff. We have enough silicone to not worry about it for a while, so let's see. These are all just going to be thrown in here. And then recipe, we can do processing, this, create, recipe, this, create, and this, create. So now we have access to making these patterns, improved processors and stuff. They're just the processors in general. And of course, since we always need these, we can actually craft them as well. And of course, we don't have an unlimited supply of quartz and all that, so we're going to have to figure something out about that sooner or later. So that is some refined automated here. Yeah. We're kind of at our patterns again, so let's try to get 20 of those here. And it should take a minute because it does need some sand, so let me be right back. Let me figure out some things, what else I want to do. So see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so while we have the refined thing, we're going to do some magic. I didn't point this out last time, but I did point out that I have blazing crystals here. These now do 196, and I believe it was like 76-ish that they were running with the lava. So you can see they're doing 280% over. But real quick, we're going to actually break 3 of them. Hopefully this will be enough to get me 3 of these. Basics. I can't clear the NBT, can I? Okay, so that sucks. I can't clear the NBT data. If you guys don't know what NBT is, it's just kind of a... let's craft up what we need. So we need 2, 4, 6 of these. So let's get 6 of those. Start. We also need 2 hardened capacitors, so 6 hardened capacitors. So harden, 6 of those. Start. Actually, I can do power because this should all be under it. So at power, and let's see. So thermo generator hardened. What do we have missing? Okay, so we're missing some of that. So I didn't make a pattern for this one, I believe. Which is fine. And I'm pretty sure this is broken. So we're just going to cancel it. I tried to craft more patterns, but for some reason it broke. So that's a thing. Let's see. So now we should be able to craft 3 of these. Right? And then that means we can now craft several of these. And they don't keep the power, which is fine. But these should be higher tier. So I'm kind of curious, and I wanted to do this on camera because I'm curious of how much power these are actually going to produce. So one here, 504 RF a tick. And that is enough to power this 5 times over. Almost. About 4 times. But let's do the next 2 here. So we need probably about 4 hardened capacitors for the other thing. So let's see. So yeah, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start. And 2 of these. There we go. So this is just going to upgrade our power by a lot. So what? We have, how many of these? 5? So 5 times 5, which is 25. That is a lot of power. Let's see. So how much is that? Let's see. So it's 504 times 5. That is 2,520 power per tick. If you don't know what tick is, it is every 4 seconds. So every 4 seconds, it is producing 2,000 RF or EF or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's a thing. And I don't think we need to worry about power too much longer, which is nice. We also have these, which are kind of blocked, so we kind of don't even need these anymore. I wasn't really planning on using them much longer because they're not really the best anyway. But yeah, let me be right back. Let me figure out what else we need to do. And yeah, see you guys in a second. Alright, so real quick, I made a hardened energy cell, which holds 4 million RF, which is a pretty significant buffer. Which means if my systems do go down for any reason, say like upgrading power cables or something, it won't be too much of a big deal kind of thing. So, yeah, that's awesome. And you can see the power draw is pretty significant right now. And it's all because it's going into this cell. It's not like my system's drawing that much. It's just because everything is saying, hey, I need power. Where usually there was a starter cell here. Not even a basic cell, which I didn't actually realize. So we've kind of just had, like 500, I think, RF just sitting there. 500K RF, which isn't the greatest. So we got more now. Yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what I want to do. Still, I think what I should probably do is get started on Woot. And the reason I'm thinking Woot is because I could start getting some ender pearls. And ender pearls are going to be very useful soon. So let's look into this. So Woot. I made a book actually here. Let me get over here. Let me put this stuff away for a second. Okay. So I made a thing, Woot Guide. So basics. This mod basically is mob farm without the mobs. The machines allow you to generate mob drops. So that's pretty cool. But first we need to do something like this. A mob shard is used to capture a mob to use in the factory. First you must create the mob shard. Then attack a mob to program the shard. With the shard in your inventory you must kill a certain number of that mob. When the kill count is reached, the shard will be programmed and can then be converted into a mob controller. Of course, for some reason that's a bad link. So at Woot mob controller, which is this. So that's a thing. But first we need to actually get a mob shard. The mob shard is an ender pearl inside the multi-servo. So yeah, we need to start getting some ender pearls. We only have 4, which is low. And we can also do this for blaze rods, which, yes, that will kind of make this system pointless. But at the end of the day, I need actual blaze rods as well. So having blaze rods and blaze powder is kind of a good thing. So I don't have to convert all my blaze rods into that, which takes time. So we'll probably keep both systems. But as you can see here, I've already made a shard die. I threw out the rest of the plate dies because I only needed 1 at the end of the day. So let's put this at the bottom. Put this here. Let's get that processing here. Okay, so I don't know what I want to do first because I'm not 100% sure what Woot fully does. So I'm thinking, first off, Enderman. But the problem with that is I will die if I try to do Enderman. That's the biggest issue, is Endermen are a pain in my rear because they're so strong. So I think first off, this chest plate is pretty much being decommissioned for right now. I could probably upgrade it, but I want better armor. Like, but I'm not seeing too much. Like, you've got rat armor, undergarden armor, which actually I couldn't even see these people. Like, I couldn't find one of these, I'm pretty sure. So, light level below 8, experience drop 25, spawn biome any. I didn't see any of those people. So, like Ethereum, I didn't have enough of that. Yeah, so there's some stuff we could do, but there's not really a whole lot, you know. Crystallized, which is chorus fruit or wither roses, which is, you know, explainable by itself because that's just expensive. I mean, we have emeralds, but I don't want to spend emeralds on doing that just yet. So, yeah, let's first, let's see, let's chest plate. What is this thing? Sky Seekers, pneumatic, chainmail, diamond, netherite. I would love to get netherite, but I really need to get like potions and stuff brewing for that expedition. Terra steel. So I guess we'll sink in some more diamonds, get another set of diamond armor. Which won't last me too long, but it should last me enough. Why did I just take all those diamonds out? Diamond. I'd love to get a fully enchanted set, but I just don't have enough levels. So that's something I need to work on as well. So let's go to the nether here. And we will see if we can find one of these guys. Oh, didn't mean to throw it in there. Let's also pull out our shield. Put it in our other slot here. There should be endermen spawning around here somewhere. I think there might be one up there. Okay, jump up here, bud. Oh, there he is. Is that how I do it? And then I just kill him? Is that programmed? Okay, I need to kill 5 endermen. Well, good luck with that one, buckaroo. Let me get some cobblestone here real quick. Make like a safe space. Okay. That is 1 enderman down. Let's eat up. I need to make a better food source as well sooner or later, so I need to make like a wheat farm or something. Cow farm or something with mine factory or industrial 4 going. Almost said the wrong mod again. Alright, 2 out of 5. I'm not sure. Come on, health regen. I got one of these bad boys right in front of me. Tell me when to drop him, health. Let's go. Where'd he go? I think he just teleported away. Dang it. Not very nice of your fellow enderman. Come on, buckaroo. Come back around. There we go. That is 3. Okay. I'm surely gonna die here. I don't have enough food for this. I might have to run back and grab more food. No, demon rat. Okay, I don't really like the demon rats. At first, whenever I encountered those, I did call them demonic rats, which isn't truly incorrect, but they are demon rats. I'm actually getting food from these guys, so that's nice. Alright, let me kill some more Endermen and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I just killed the last Enderman here. It does say fully programmed. So let's get out of here. Let's go convert this thing into a thingamabob, mob controller. So that's an Enderman. Let me get home and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so I looked into it a little bit more here. So we need a dye liquefier, which is for this chest, of course, for the item thing, machine casing, any 6 dyes, a piston, and a bucket. And then we also need a injection press, which should sound familiar because we used that in the last episode, or in one of the previous episodes, episode 7, I believe. 8, 7, one of those, where we did the blaze farm. It's been a bit. So then we need 3 pistons. So let's get some pistons here. 1, 2, 3. That's all the pistons we need. Let's go throw the actual ingots dust here in there. And let's go over here to the multi-servo. And I believe it's just throwing it in there. No. Throwing the plate die in here. And then that. What happened to the other plate, by the way? Did it get used or did it disappear? Shard? Yeah, I don't know where it went. That's odd. Okay. Maybe it's like a one-time use or something. That must be a bug. Well, I need to take this out because that's not going to function then. So let's get another plate die, even though I threw all of mine away. So plate die. I'm not sure why it's doing that. If I can type here. So stone slab and obsidian. Stone slab and obsidian. So the multi-servo doesn't seem to give everything back, which is fine. Oh, we also need our hammer, which I threw in here to craft ingots. So there we go. So it's this, this, this. There's our plate die, and we'll just do it this way because it seems to not work through the multi-servo that well. So boom, 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 boom. All right, we need all 8. There we go. And then we need to make a couple of these. Boom, boom. I need a dropper. Okay, injection press and a dye liquefier, which will just use anything I have in there. So let's go get power cables here. So power cables, that's energy. If I just type in energy, it should be fine. Energy basic cables here. And we'll just throw them right next to this. Dye liquefier, injection press. Okay, so what we need to do is get a prism, which is this thing, not that thing, this thing, which is pure dye fluid, which doesn't really tell me how to get it, but I'm assuming that you need some jazz there. So let's get some like bone, white dye, bone meal. I'm not sure how this works anymore, since they made it to where you have to do this method. So let's grab 12 of these and see what happens. All right. Okay, so I'm not seeing any other one go up but blue, which is incorrect. It's actually white. I'm going to let this hit 1,000, I think, and then get other colors. I think that might be the best bet. Maybe like 1,000 each, and that'll equal 1,000 other stuff. That's me speculating, by the way. I'm not 100% sure. There's not a lot of information. I could look in the book, but I'm lazy. And I want to make things prolonged, right? So lapis, let's just throw in... Now let's just get like quite a bit of this. So let's do like 20, 32. That works. All right. So let's throw in... Let's see what happens if we throw in one more. Okay, one more. That should be 1,000-ish, maybe under. Okay. So let's do 16 blue. And this should just equal blue. If I put other dyes in here, like pink or magenta, it will equal out. By the way, I did notice that in the JEI, so that's pretty cool here. All right, so let's work on getting yellow while that's going. I don't think I have any like dandelions or anything. Dandelions. All right, so let me go to the overworld, get some flowers collected, and I'll be right back. Okay, so something went wrong whenever I left this chunk unloaded. So now my bars are now pretty much gone. The red was being wasted completely. As you can see, it's not actually functioning. So I'm not sure if Woot is actually able to be used, honestly, because it doesn't seem to be working. And I'm not sure why. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not 100%, like, let me look at the book. How about that? Let's actually finally look at the book here, because it's not functioning. So let's see. We'll need to find mob controller on our own, I'm assuming. So machines, dye liquefier. The dye liquefier takes in dyes, item, or dye items or items. Wait, dye items or items. These are combined with pure dye. Okay, so that's not even what I need. Right? No, it is. It's just coming in here. Okay, it auto outputs. So yeah, I'm making pure dye, which is what I need. So let's throw the red back in there. We'll throw some yellow in there. I don't probably need this much, but that's fine. So now we need a piece of glass. Let's take off my shield as well. So let's get a piece of glass. Good thing we looked at the book. I thought it was kind of broken, but it apparently auto outputs. So that's nice. So throw this in here, and that should make a prism. And this prism then can be used on an anvil with Stigrin plate and that. So let's make another plate here. So plate. Actually, we already have one in here because we accidentally made it, remember? And then we need our hammer, which I think should be... where is it? Is it back in here? Yeah, it seems to be back in here. Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Also, you can camouflage these blocks, by the way, the elevators. I just thought I would tell you that. And so I did. I don't remember what that block was. Oh, it was polished lava stone. What you do is you can just shift right click. No, right click, and it'll do that. Shift right click disables it. So that's pretty cool. That's why they're black, by the way. It's just so I can actually see where they are, because the white ones I was having issues with. Okay, so the base item is the mob shard. Then we put prism. Then we put this. And we do this. And that is a mob controller. Right click for require tier information. Required tier empts 4, right? Okay, so this is a higher tier Woot thing, by the way. If we can look in here, if we go back, if you look at factory tiers, That is the fourth one, which is 4 mob controllers. Supports the following: 4 mob controllers, 4 perk 3s. You need 10 amaranth blocks, 17 amber blocks, 24 celadon block, 8 cerulean blocks, 11 factory connectors, 3 secondary bases, 4 perk slots, 4 Thurkius caps. Okay. That is a lot of stuff. And I'm not 100% sure if we're going to actually be able to pull this off. So, man, I should have looked into this beforehand. So let me look into this. Let me do some research. Let me see what's happening, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I did some research. We can't do this yet. So with the Celadon block, which is the third one on the list, you need Celadon Essence. Celadon Essence is only generated from the factory with the Shard perk installed. So that means we need a lower tier system first. Okay, so what we'll have to do is we'll probably have to find like a zombie, which I would assume is probably the lower tier, and get a mob shard from them, which I'm going to do off camera because sadly it is the wrapping up point for this video. We actually went over by a bit, so I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.